How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes that a lot of players are making in the first few weeks of Pokemon Pocket TCG. And these mistakes, in all honesty, they're not the biggest world enders, but you want to try to break these habits before they get a little bit out of hand, because in the future, you may need some of these resources, you may need some of these things I will be talking about, and it will help you better make your decisions when it comes to playing this game and not basically walling yourself into a room that you're not able to get out of in the future. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the things I want to talk about in regards to the mistakes you're making in Pokemon Pocket TCG. Of course, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub, all that different type of stuff, and let me know what's your favorite deck right now in Pokemon Pocket TCG. But for the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to Pokemon Pocket is, of course, not wasting your daily packs. And this kind of goes into deck building. I do have a video on it. And with your daily packs, there is a want to try to make a full roster of collection. You want to basically fill out your whole Pokédex and try to fill out all these cards possible. And the only way to do this is to go back and forth between a bunch of different packs, which realistically, we don't want to do that. When it comes to deck building, this is going to be a very important aspect of the game, especially because we now have this Lapras EX event, which is going to be making it so that you can grab newer cards for free that you can use to make future decks or to make decks that you probably want to make in the future. Now, the main thing that I want to talk about this is that if you are trying to basically expand your whole list and try to get every Pokemon possible in the game, it's going to be really hard to make a concise deck so that you're able to clear these events. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're finding out what team you want to make. And finding out what team you want to make depends on your own personal playstyle, depends on your personal favorite Pokemon. But let's say me personally, I want to make a fire deck. And what these daily packs are going to make me do is I need to have 2 copies of Moltres, 2 copies of Charmander, 2 copies of Charmeleon. I only have 1 copy of each. So instead of basically trying to go to the Pikachu pack and getting a Pikachu EX, getting a Zapdos, or maybe going to Mewtwo and getting a Gardevoir, a Venusaur that I don't have, I should be wasting my daily packs or what I get daily on trying to make the best version of my deck possible right now, because that's going to allow you to do a lot more events in the future. That's going to allow you to have a proper deck to come out when ranked or whatever ladder comes out in the future is available to us. And this is going to make it easier for you to build your own deck, make it a lot easier for you to clear a lot of the content in the game. That way you're not stuck where you're not able to make a proper deck or make a proper pack when it comes to the future decisions that you're going to be making, when it's time for future events that are a little bit harder, when it comes to the rank ladder to come out, and you're not stuck with the over diversified cast of Pokemon, but no good concise deck. So you really want to make sure that you're opening the right daily packs when looking for your teams. Like if you're looking for an electric team, you're going straight for Pikachu and only Pikachu until you get 2 copies of the Zapdoses, of the Pikachus. You want to make sure you're doing that. Same thing for fire. You need your 2 Charmanders, Charmeleons. Same thing with your Charizards. 2 copies of Moltres in that form and fashion. Now, it does get a little bit harder when you are looking for certain teams that require 2 packs to be able to build out. I would say use your daily pack on 1 pack until you get 1 section of the deck you want, and then move over to the other one if there is split cards between 2 different packs. The next thing I want to talk about when it comes to the next mistake you're probably making, which is the Wonder Pick. Now, the Wonder Pick right now, we do have an event going on for a little bit of time. You want to make sure you're doing this. But the main thing about the Wonder Pick is you don't want to basically grab a card. Oh, I got the Chansey. That's pretty cool. You don't want to grab a card that is littered with a lot of fodder around it. I know it's going to be hard, and it does take quite a bit of time before the stamina gets basically risen all the way to the max. But what you want to do with your Wonder Share, that way you're able to get the most amount of value, is you want to make it the highest possible chance that you're going to be getting something that you would want. Right now, as you see, there is a Diglett with a nice card out right there, and a Brock that I don't have, and also I don't think I have a Rattata as well. So this would actually be a really nice Wonder Pick for me to get, so that I have a chance to get a card I don't currently have. You want to usually spend these Wonder Shares on cards that have the full arts, that cards that have the really nice, I guess you could say, higher chances or lower chances of being pulled in a pack. Because as you can see from right here, this pack right here had a Blastoise and a Pikachu EX, and I had a 2 out of 5 chance of picking them up. Now sadly I didn't get that, but this is a much higher chance from what you would get in your packs, which is around the 3% to 5% chance of getting in a pack, while you have a 20% chance of getting one of these pack cards in a pack. So you really want to make sure that when you are building a deck, or when you're basically trying to snipe a certain card, that you are going for the ones that are really low in rarity, or really low in terms of percentage that you're going to be looking at, because this is going to make use of your Wondershare stamina by quite a bit, and even more so if they're grouped up with a bunch of cards that are ones that you don't have or look really nice, just like this one I have right here with the Blastoise and the Pikachu EX, which, man, I really wish I could have gotten one of them. But going on one more time to talk about something that's in the Wondershare, that's another mistake that you're probably not making when doing your battles and such, is that make sure to friend a bunch of higher leveled people, because for the most part, when you go into higher leveled friends, they do tend to pull more, because pulling gives them levels, it gives them XP based on whatever they pulled, and realistically being able to get the thanks, being able to get these shop tickets from being able to be picked from the Wonder Pick, they give you gift tickets, and you use those gift tickets to get hourglasses, which make it really well for you to be able to actually get a bunch more pulls and get more packs to pull more Pokemon. So you want to make sure that you're friending people whenever you get the chance, so they can potentially get you as a Wondershare, maybe pick up a pack, and then you can thank them, or they can thank you, and you get more gift tickets, which allows you to, again, go in the shop. And once you go in the shop, you're able to go ahead and get more pulls, some that are just here by themselves, and some that are here that get refunded monthly. So you want to make sure that you're doing so, making sure to friend other people, that way you're able to get gift tickets, making sure that you're conserving your Wonder Pick stamina for the best possible luck for these EXs and all of these cards that have lower values that you probably wouldn't pull from a pack, and have a much higher chance for pulling it there. And same thing with the daily picks that you would use on the actual packs themselves. When it comes to the packs themselves, is going to be when it comes to using your hourglasses, you want to make sure that you're saving them for a good reason. These hourglasses, of course, allow us to reduce the time it takes for us to get our daily packs. Now, right now, there isn't as much to rush into getting your best deck possible. I think right now is still the building stage and the summoning stage of the game, where everyone's still trying to figure out everything. Everyone's still trying to build out their deck. And the main thing you don't want to do is waste all your hourglasses, because remember, we do get free packs throughout the day, and throughout those packs, you want to try to see if you can make your team. You don't want to spam your hourglasses on these packs, because remember, in the future, we will be getting future extra packs. We will be getting another set of cards that are different in meta, different in how good they are, and you don't want to be the one person who has no hourglasses, doesn't want to spend on Pokegold. You only get the daily packs, and everybody's pulling on the brand new pack that has all these new characters that you want, or all these new Pokemon that you want. So you want to make sure that you're keeping a steady supply of these, and trying to allow yourself to be able to wait and get those daily packs, because once you summon enough with these pack hourglasses, there's going to become a time where we're getting these daily packs and you basically have every card in the game, and you're not going to be able to do anything. You have those daily packs, but you're just going to be pulling dupes. And with these hourglasses, they're not going to have any value either. So they're just going to be having no hourglasses while giving no value to the daily packs either. So you want to give a higher chance of you pulling something you want from a daily pack, rather than spend all your pack hourglasses all in one go. I think the pack hourglasses are definitely going to shine when new packs come out. That way you're able to get a big roster or a large amount of cards all at once. That way, when you do get your daily packs, you're able to pull a little bit more of what you want in the future, or potential chance of getting what you want, while the pack hourglasses are there to basically give you a surplus of cards from a new pack or a new deck or anything that you're trying to build. That way you're able to actually get it done. So you really want to save these for new pack releases, and not trying to undervalue these resources, because once you pull every card from these hourglasses, the daily packs themselves don't become as resourceful as they usually would if you saved up your pack hourglasses. So try not to spend all of these all at once, unless there's a deck you're absolutely trying to make and you don't have a lot of cards of the pack itself. And the last thing I do want to talk about is the pity points. the pity points are very, very important because this is the only thing in the game that guarantees you something that you really want. And specifically looking at some of the higher stuff like the EXs, these can cost up to 500. Now, I don't want anyone to touch this screen unless there is 1 or 2 cards left in that pack that you need. If there is, let's say you have every card in the fire deck but Moltres EX, this is where it becomes where you can use the pity points, because that's when you're able to say all my daily packs are being put towards the fire pack. I can get Moltres. I don't want to use Hourglasses to get Moltres because of course I only need that 1 card. You should only use your pity points once you have 2 copies of almost every card in your deck and you're missing literally 1 or 2 copies of a character. So if you're missing only 1 Moltres EX, that would be enough for you to be able to get a card that's going to allow you to basically finish off your deck and be able to be done with that pack. You don't want to use pity points because when you're using pity points, think of it like this. Once I use pity points on this Charizard pack, let's say the Moltres EX, you want to basically block this pack forever for the rest of your mind, I guess you could say. You want to be able to say an X on this pack and say, I will not be summoning on this again. I will not be pulling packs from this card again. That's how you want to treat these pity points, because realistically, you want to use these as a last resort pickup or being able to stop yourself from needing to pull any more on these packs. That way you're able to be as resourceful as possible, use your daily pick cards on, let's say, a brand new pack and get more cards, being able to use your Hourglasses on a brand new set, while your pity points, you use that to finish off a pack, use that to finish off a deck, and you're done with that set of cards that you're pulling for. So those are the things I wanted to talk about today when it comes to saving your resources, being mindful of what you're going to be pulling, and also not to basically waste a lot of the things that you're going to be getting throughout the day, because of course you want to get as much resources, as much value as you possibly can. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all this video. See y'all guys in the next one, and peace.